Xiao Zhan just shocked everyone by finally saying the one thing fans have been waiting years to hear about marrying Wang Yibo. And trust me, once you hear his words, your heart will never be the same. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving into Xiao Zhan's emotional confession that has the entire fandom in tears and the internet in chaos. For years, fans have speculated about the bond between Xiao Zhan and Wang Yibo, but this latest revelation has taken things to an entirely new level. So stay tuned till the very end, because what Xiao Zhan just admitted will absolutely leave you speechless. And before we begin, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, turn on the notification bell, and give this video a big thumbs up so you'll always be the first to know when we bring you the latest updates about your favorite stars. Can you imagine the shockwaves that spread across the fandom when Xiao Zhan, the man adored by millions, finally opened up about one of the most burning questions that has followed him for years? Yes, you heard it right. Xiao Zhan has finally spoken out about marriage and more specifically about the one name fans have never stopped linking him to, Wang Yibo. What he revealed is sending fans into an emotional frenzy, and if you thought their bond couldn't get any stronger, think again. Because this time, Xiao Zhan's words left no room for doubt. His feelings are far deeper than anyone could have ever imagined. But before we dive into this emotional roller coaster, let's take a moment to think about how far we've come. From the days of the Untamed, when Xiao Zhan and Wang Yibo's on-screen chemistry turned a drama into a global phenomenon, to years later, when fans continue to celebrate their friendship and rumored closeness, it's been a journey filled with love, passion, and endless speculation. For so long, fans have asked, what does Xiao Zhan really think about Wang Yibo? And today, we finally have the answer. So grab your tissues, settle in, because this is not just a story. It's a confession, a revelation, and perhaps even a dream come true for millions of fans who have always believed there was something much more behind their unshakable bond. Xiao Zhan's recent interview wasn't supposed to be about his personal life. In fact, he was there to promote his new project, smiling politely, answering the usual questions with a calm elegance we know him for. But then the interviewer asked the one question nobody thought he'd answer. What do you think about marriage? And more importantly, who do you imagine yourself marrying? The room fell silent. His fans watching from behind the cameras held their breath. Xiao Zhan, usually so careful with his words, chuckled softly. And then, with that smile that melts hearts worldwide, he said something that immediately went viral. If I ever get married, I want it to be someone who knows me better than I know myself. Someone who has been by my side through the hardest times and the happiest ones. Someone who makes me feel at home, no matter where I am. If I could marry someone like that, maybe it would be Wang Yibo. Did you hear that? Xiao Zhan didn't just dodge the question. He didn't laugh it off or dismiss it. He gave a heartfelt, genuine response that made the entire world pause. He said Wang Yibo's name, and not in jest, not as a joke, but with sincerity, with warmth, with that rare vulnerability we only get to see when he lets his guard down. And the fandom exploded. Within minutes, Xiao Zhan and Marry Wang Yibo were trending worldwide. Fans couldn't believe what they had just heard. Some cried, some screamed, and others replayed the clip 1,000 times just to make sure it wasn't a dream. Because for years, this was the one moment they had always hoped for, that Xiao Zhan himself would acknowledge what so many have believed all along, that his bond with Wang Yibo is more than friendship, more than co-stars, more than colleagues. It's something unshakable, something eternal, something that could only be described as love. But let's rewind for a moment. This wasn't the first time Xiao Zhan spoke about Wang Yibo with such tenderness. Remember the early days, when after the Untamed ended, he would often mention how grateful he was for Yibo's support? Or when Wang Yibo, in his quiet way, would defend Xiao Zhan when controversies arose, standing by him like an unspoken shield. They've always had this silent understanding, this unbreakable trust. But marriage? That's another level entirely. So, what exactly did Xiao Zhan mean? Was he confessing something deeper? Was it a playful half-truth that hides more than it reveals? Or was it a brave moment where he decided to tell the world how much Yibo truly means to him? To understand this moment, we have to look back at the bond they've shared. Xiao Zhan has often described himself as someone who carries the weight of expectations. He works tirelessly, gives his best to every role, and often sacrifices his own happiness for his fans and career. But when he talks about Wang Yibo, his entire demeanor changes. He relaxes, he smiles more genuinely, and his words flow with a kind of warmth you rarely see in celebrity interviews. And Wang Yibo, though more reserved, has shown his feelings in subtle but powerful ways. His protective nature, the way he lights up when Xiao Zhan is mentioned, and the countless little moments fans have caught between them, like shared glances, inside jokes, and gestures of comfort, speak volumes. It's the kind of bond that doesn't need words, but when words are finally spoken, as Xiao Zhan just did, the world stops to listen. So yes, Xiao Zhan said it. If he could marry anyone, maybe it would be Wang Yibo. And while he didn't announce an engagement or confirm a romance, the significance of that statement cannot be overstated. It's a declaration of trust, of closeness, and perhaps even of destiny. Now, imagine what this means for their fans. For years, people have poured their love into this pairing, writing stories, making art, and dreaming about a future where Xiao Zhan and Wang Yibo could stand side by side, not just as friends or co-stars, but as partners in life. And today, Xiao Zhan gave them a gift: hope. The kind of hope that fuels dreams, the kind of hope that makes every moment they share feel even more magical. But here's the deeper layer. Xiao Zhan's confession isn't just about marriage. It's about courage. In an industry where personal feelings are often hidden, where words are weighed carefully to avoid scandal, Xiao Zhan dared to speak his truth, even if it was wrapped in a playful smile. He dared to say Wang Yibo's name in the most intimate context possible, and in doing so, he gave fans a glimpse of his heart. And maybe, just maybe, that was his way of telling Wang Yibo too. Because sometimes, the most powerful messages aren't sent in private. They're spoken out loud, for the whole world to hear. So, what happens now? Will Wang Yibo respond? Will he laugh it off? Or will he, in his quiet and steady way, show the world how much Xiao Zhan means to him too? Fans are waiting with bated breath, hoping for that one moment when Yibo might finally speak from his heart as well. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit subscribe, click the notification bell, and give this video a big thumbs up. That way, you'll never miss the latest updates on Xiao Zhan, Wang Yibo, and all your favorite stars. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.